picked up Yakuza Kiwami this week because I wanted to dive into the Yakuza series from the very beginning. Well, I guess technically Yakuza 0 was the beginning, but I've played that already. So yeah, this isn't the first game, and it's not the first time I've played this series. This premise is already falling apart. Anyway, here's how it went. At first, Yakuza feels like a movie, mostly because the first hour is almost all cutscenes, but then they break that up by having you run errands and do busy work, which is worse. But if you're patient, Yakuza Kiwami does eventually become a video game, which is great, because that's what I'm here for. You play as Kazuma Kiryu, perpetually scowling Yakuza man. I don't know if he's just very serious or if this game is old enough that they hadn't quite mastered dynamic facial animations yet, but yeah. Kiryu is always ready to throw down. He'll beat the piss out of anyone, anytime, anywhere, but he never kills. Not ever. He's like Batman, in the sense that, you know, maybe canonically he doesn't kill, but if you actually stop to think about it a little bit, yeah, someone had to have died at some point, right? Anyway, he's more or less a nice guy, so nice that he opts to take the rap for a murder he didn't commit. Because I guess the cops don't know he never kills. It's a shame, I guess they didn't read the lore. Now after 10 years in prison, he has to walk the streets of Kamurocho again, and rediscover this world of crime and intrigue and cell phones and try to pick up his life where he left off. There's so many memorable characters in this swirling drama, like, Weasley guy with pimp hand, the bald guy who yells a lot, Mustache and Scarface, and look, there are a lot of character introductions, okay? I wasn't taking notes. Ooh, but how could I forget the best one of them all? Haha, Majima. The lovable, stab-happy, one-eyed lunatic. Easily the best character in the game, and maybe any game. Just a flamboyant fella who has a fixation on Kiryu. But don't let his appearance fool you, he's dangerous in a fight. You wouldn't think a man in leather pants could move that spryly. He stalks you through town relentlessly, he'll chase you through the streets, impersonate people to get close to you, and is still, somehow, probably your best friend. Think what a nightmare this would be in any other situation, to have a knife-wielding gangster stalking you at every turn, but in the Yakuza universe, it's just part of life. Oh, Majima, you rascal you. Up to your old tricks. I'm sure you'll get me next time. Oh, and then there's Haruka, the little orphan girl you pick up. As you know, if you find an orphan in the wild, you get to keep them. That's the rules. Kiryu has to help her out, take her around town, and repeatedly brutalize groups of punks in front of her. Look, we found this girl in a pile of bodies holding a gun. There is not even a pretense of protecting innocence here. This girl has seen some things. With Haruka in tow, you must unravel the expanding mystery and drama that is unfolding, I imagine, because that's as far as I got in the story before I started playing the real Yakuza game. Bumming around town, doing random quests for people, playing mini-games, and getting into street fights every 10 steps. The streets of Kamurocho are filled with people looking for random brawls, and only half of them are Majima, so you're have to scrap now and then. Kiryu wants to avoid fights, but that's like saying you're going to avoid a car accident. You can do the best you can, but ultimately someone else can decide whether it happens or not. Combat is fine, it's quick, satisfying, except for boss fights where you just wail on a burly dude for 10 minutes. You've got different styles to choose from, depending on whether you like to dispense your ass kickings fast, medium, or slow. No matter how many times you cave some thug's face in, they never seem to learn. This town is only like 9 blocks big, you'd think word would get around. There's restaurants and bars everywhere, so you can always fuel up for your next beatdown pretty easily. You'd think there'd be more dentists in town, they'd make a killing. And of course, there's plenty of entertainment. You can go bowling, which is bowling. You can hit up the arcade. Man, even video game claw machines are BS. And you can sing karaoke and watch your scowling mobster pour his heart out. What do Yakuza actually do? There's surprisingly little crime in a game that's centered around an infamous criminal organization. Majima seems like he's got a lot of free time. Kiryu just slums around town mostly. The bosses just seem to have meetings all the time. It seems chill? Can you be a Yakuza? Like, I don't know, do they take applications? Is there some process? Probably not. Well, anyway, it's been a good time so far. I like what I've seen. It's definitely made me want more, which is cool because there's like 9 of these games now. Anyway, this video is done. Why not watch another one?